As we're seeing in Jennifer Griffin's piece tonight. Charles, what about the House Intelligence Committee Chairman Mike Rogers saying, imagine how the American people would react if Al-Qaeda killed one of our troops or military leaders and put the photos of the body on the internet? I mean, don't we see that time and time again? Daniel Pearl, all kinds of examples of that happening.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm not sure what planet he's been living on in the last 10 years. That is the modus operandi of Al-Qaeda and other jihadists. They have actually shown the live execution of some of their hostages in the past. I'm not sure we ought to be comparing ourselves with them. We ought to be applying American standards. I can understand if the president's decision is based exclusively on consideration of, say, our diplomats abroad. You don't want to take the risk. I would disagree, but that's a respectable conclusion. But for the president to say that this is not who we are, we don't go about displaying trophies, we don't spike the football. Is there anybody, any serious American, any serious leader in the country who's proposing the release as a way of strutting? The only reason you want to release it is to prove he's dead. Especially in parts of the world where there'll be all kind of mythology. The only reason the president ordered the raid the way he did, a risky operation, he could have used a Predator and destroyed that compound and reduced bin Laden to a cinder. The reason he ordered a raid, a risky operation, is to produce the proof of death. We did not enter into all this in order to produce a trophy. I'm not sure why the president has this sort of almost compulsive need to morally preen that he's not spiking the football, when I haven't heard anybody who wants to do it for that reason. It's only to put away conspiracies.
To that point, AB, there are some out there who are saying, okay, no trophy, don't spike the football, but going to ground zero on Thursday, some are saying is a bit of a victory lap for President Obama along the same vein.
Well, President Obama, I really am going to disagree that releasing a photograph with all of its risks, and as I said, I think there's compelling reasons to keep them classified as well as to release them. But I think that making a speech at Ground Zero tomorrow about this event and what it means to Americans, survivors of 9/11, their families, families of victims of 9/11, and the ongoing effort to fight Al-Qaeda, I really think is not the same as seeing a photo of a deceased bin Laden. Yes, Brett, it is true the president could overreach and overstep in a speech at Ground Zero if he keeps his tone of his remarks along the same lines as he did on Sunday, talking about those who lost their lives on 9/11 and our selfless military. I think he's going to do a good job of capitalizing on this moment for himself politically. If he overreaches and thumps his chest, it will be a mistake. But I think that we'll have to decide that once the speech is over.
President Obama heading to New York, Ground Zero on Thursday. On Friday, we're now being told that the president will travel to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, to meet with the 101st Airborne and speak to folks there. Next up with the panel, Thursday's Republican presidential debate right here in Greenville. Which participant has the